Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Bite-Sized Branding, where we cover off a subject in branding in 5 minutes or less. My name is Bernard from Ucidity.
And my name is Grant Tom, and I'm a head fire starter, and I love growing businesses.
Awesome, Grant. Thanks for joining us as always. Today, we've got a fun little subject that we're going to talk about, and it's going to be all about vehicle branding. So how do you brand your vehicle? I'm going to hit the timer. Ready to go? Let's do it.
Let's hit the clock. Let's do it. Done.
Awesome.
So Bernard, I think when it comes to vehicle branding, I think a lot of people just take it as that it's a sign on a ute, and that's as much as what it's going to be. But I don't think that people really understand the power of branding, especially moving billboards. And your vehicle is a moving billboard. And I think wherever you are doing a delivery or installation, you are an extension of your brand.
Yeah.
But if you were smart with your design, your application, and your consistency throughout your fleet, people who get to experience your brand will start to notice you. And when they start to notice you, they'll start to see that you're on the street everywhere.
Yeah.
And you actually start to create a perception that you are bigger than what you really are. So I think invest wisely up front. You can even build it into the actual purchase of the vehicle.
Yeah.
And make sure that you do it correctly from the beginning and that it's consistent all the way through.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. Like, it is literally a moving billboard. It goes everywhere and people see it everywhere. And then they start to build this idea, wow, these guys must be everywhere. I keep seeing them, they keep popping up. I think the other thing is that you mentioned, and using the term billboard is a great term. I think a lot of people go too basic with their vehicle branding. They could play with their brand a little bit more and create something of interest that captures people's attention. And I think there was a funny play on words that a plumber did one time, where I believe that the tagline was, we can fix all the cracks, and then it has a plumber's backside on the back of the van. And that was quite entertaining. It grabbed people's attention. And you remember that. You remember that brand. Now, obviously, you don't have to go that extreme, but to play and have fun with that brand on the van or on the truck or whatever your vehicle is, even if it's just your car, allows people to kind of like get intrigued, get some focus, get memorable from this moving billboard. I think one of the risks, though, is that sometimes you see vehicles with very aged branding. It's either cracking or it's peeling, it's coming off the side of the vehicle. The risk with that is that that can also hurt your brand. What it could do is it either does one or two things. People will either think that's the quality of delivery of the product and service that you have, or they think that you're a cheap and cheerful provider. You know?
Or you don't care.
You don't care. Yeah.
I think one of the most important things is not to be too gimmicky. I think you've got to be clever in your communication. I think you've got to be clever in the colors that you utilize. I think you've got to be clever in the sense of making your brand speak and be and identify with people what it is. But it's where you find the vehicle that you want to create that identity.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you might find that you want to do something on social media and you just have a fleet in a row and you take a picture and it just really makes you look much bigger than what you really are. You might only have 10 vehicles in your fleet, but it looks like you might have 100 on the road. I think that's the kind of perception that people want, is about getting exposure. So I think people need to pay attention to the investment of branding and the execution of vehicle branding, and making sure that your moving billboard really covers the terrain that you dominate.
Yeah, I think the other thing it does is it can highlight the quality of your work. If the van or your truck or the vehicle is sitting out front of somewhere that you're actually working, and people can then view and see the quality of the work that you do. We often recommend with landscapers, interior designers, architects, that they pop up, if they don't do, or they have a hoarding space, they pop up like a little A-frame where, you know, if somebody's doing a little sticky beak and having a look inside and they go, wow, that is some really nice furniture. Where did they get that from? A simple A-frame, not very costly, and it's right there in front of the building, just like your vehicle is. And your vehicle will then reinforce that same brand language. And decal wraps, they've come down a lot in price. They're much more cost effective now than they used to be.
Much more cost effective, sure.
So you get very creative with the look and feel of your vehicles.
And one more extension is if your team were dressed in the uniform that represents the brand, it's just another extension as well. So that the unit that goes out onto the road is just a very tight looking unit.
Yes, definitely. You were like a force of brand awesomeness.
So I think we're coming to. Is that it?
Yes, that was
once
it.
Again, it goes too quickly. I think to wrap this up, Bernard, I would say that it's not to be overlooked. I think it needs to be considered. I think you need to get your design team to embrace what the opportunity really is. If people out there got vehicles and are lost for ideas, they must maybe reach out to us, and maybe we can just brainstorm for 30 minutes as to what the potential could be for their fleet. Sometimes it doesn't need to be expensive, and it doesn't need to be hard work.
No.
It just needs to be sometimes well thought out design. And I think that's it. So I invite anyone out there who's got a fleet to reach out to us and let's have a chat. Let it be a challenge, and we'll come up with a design.
Definitely. Awesome, man. Well, thank you very much as always. And please do reach out to us if you are looking at building a fleet, or you just bought your first vehicle. We definitely have some people in our network that can help do the production side of it, so we can help give you the guidance on the design and branding angle, and then we can look at how we can get it applied for you. So don't worry about it, we've got you covered. So please reach out. Otherwise, please follow, like, comment, share, and send your feedback. We're looking for some more challenges for some new video ideas. There's only so many that Grant and I can come up with, probably another 100 or 200 or so, and then we'll just run out of ideas. So
no, we'll start with one again.
It's a very finite list, But no, please do. We're looking for your ideas. We're looking to learn and grow with you, and we're looking to share some more insights. So share your feedback, share your ideas, and we'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for joining us.
Goodbye.